Hi friends, in the last session we have started that inner classes, right? We have started the concept called inner classes. So normally inner classes means a class inside another class. Okay, class inside another class. Sometimes we can declare a class inside another class. Such type of classes are called the inner classes. Okay, such type of classes are called the inner classes. So when we should go for inner classes? Without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object. Okay, without existing one type of object, if there is no chance of existing another type of object, then we should go for inner classes. Okay, then we should go for inner classes. So for that we have observed that, okay, for that we have observed that three examples. Okay, for that we have observed three examples. Okay, observe here. Without existing car object, there is no chance of existing engine object. Okay, without existing car object, there is no chance of existing engine object. Hence, engine class should be act as part of car class. Okay, hence engine class should be part of car class. Okay, in the same way, without existing university object. Okay, without existing university object, there is no chance of existing department object. Okay, without existing university object, there is no chance of existing department object. In the same way, without existing human, there is no chance of existing head. Okay, without existing human, there is no chance of existing head. Hence, head should be part of human. Okay, hence head should be part of human. Okay, this is what we discussed as part of in the last session with the theory. So now today we are going to discuss with the programmatic. Okay, now today we are going to discuss about the programmatic, how we will implement inner classes. Okay, observe carefully. Now I am writing that based on the above examples, without exi okay, without without existing outer class object. Okay, without existing outer class object. Okay, without existing outer class object, that existing outer class object, there is no chance of, okay, there is no chance of existing. Okay, without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing inner class object. Okay, there is no chance of existing inner class object. Without existing outer class object, there is no chance of existing inner class object. Okay, hence, okay, hence inner class, okay, hence inner class object, okay, hence inner class object is, okay, hence inner class object is always, okay, is always associated, okay, is always associated with the outer class object, always associated with the outer class object. Hence, inner class object is always associated with the outer class object, right? So this is the theory with respect to the above examples. Now observe the program. Okay, now observe the program. Friends, if you are watching my channel for the first time, please subscribe to my channel. Okay, for more videos on technical. Please subscribe to my channel. It gives me more encouragement. Okay. Now observe here with respect to the definitions. Now I'm writing the program. First I'm taking class outer. Okay, class outer. So outer class. Next here I'm taking def underscore init. Okay, underscore and self. Okay, you know what is this? Okay, def underscore init underscore what is this? You know already, right? So this is nothing but what a constructor. Okay, this is nothing but what a constructor. Print outer class object creation. Okay, outer class object creation. Okay, outer class object creation. Outer class object creation. Now inside the class. Okay, observe carefully. I'm taking inner class parallel to constructor class inner. Okay, class inner. Here I'm taking another constructor. Okay, here I'm taking another constructor, def underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Okay, def underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Okay, clear, right? So here what I'm writing means printing inner class object creation. Okay, printing inner class object creation. Inner class object creation. Printing inner class object creation. Inside inner class, okay, inside inner class I'm taking another method. Okay, inside inner class I'm taking another method. So that is a instance method. Okay, that is a instance method. Okay, if I'm not declaring any parameter, that will be a static method. That static method we can access by using only class name. Okay, here already I have explained three types of methods. If I am not providing any parameter, that will be a static method. In that case, we can access that static method only by using class name, not by using object reference. Okay, if you try to access by using object reference, you will get a error. Okay, we will get a error. Okay, now inside instance method, I'm printing inner class method. Okay, I'm printing inner class method. Inner class method. Okay, this is nothing but what a inner class method. Inner class method. So up to now, whatever the theory we discussed, that we mentioned in the program. Now observe here clearly. First I'm creating outer class object. Okay, I'm creating outer class object. I'm creating outer class object. I'm creating outer class object. So whenever this object is created, okay, whenever this object is created for outer class, constructor block will be executed. Okay, whenever I wrote this line, constructor block will be executed only for the outer class. Okay, constructor block will be executed only for the outer class, right? Observe here, python test.py. Python test.py. Outer class object creation. Okay, outer class object creation. Now observe here, o is equal to outer. Okay, next, so by using outer class object reference, now I'm creating inner class. Okay, now I'm creating inner class. Okay, I is equal to o. By using this object reference, okay, by using this object reference, I'm creating, okay, I'm creating inner class. Okay, I'm creating inner class. Okay, I'm creating inner class. So the moment when it is executed, outer class object created. That means that this statement will be printed. After that, by using this object reference, I am creating inner class. So this statement will be executed. Okay, this statement will be executed. Observe here, outer class object creation, inner class object creation. Okay, outer class object creation and inner class object creation. So now I want to execute this method. Okay, now I want to execute this method. So in order to execute this method, so first you created outer class object. On that object reference, you have created inner class. Okay, on that object reference. Okay, on that inner class object reference, we have to call m1 method. Okay, we have to call m1 method. Okay, now observe here the same output. Outer class object creation, inner class object creation. Now it is executing inner class method. Okay, now it is executing inner class method. print first way. Okay, there are multiple ways we can create the object here. Okay, now this is the second way. Okay, now this is the second way. So in the second way, just I'm doing I is equal to anyway first, sorry, anyway first I'm creating outer class object, right? Okay, anyway I'm creating outer class object, but after creating the outer class object, that object reference I'm calling inner class. So simply I'm writing, okay, simply I'm writing inner class, simply I'm writing inner class. So now this result will be stored into inner class. Okay, that result will be stored into inner class. So when this will be stored into inner class, now I dot m1. Okay, now I dot m1. Clear, right? So in this case also we'll get the same output. Observe, first way the same. Okay, second way also the same. But if I try the same one in a third way, okay, in third way, third way now. I'm not doing anything. Outer class object creation dot inner class object creation dot m1. Okay, here I've split into three lines. Here two lines. Here one line. Okay, on that object reference directly I'm calling inner class. On that inner class directly I'm calling m1 method. So now we'll get the same output in this case also. Now we'll get the same output in this case also. First way, okay, first way, second way, and the third way. Okay, first way, second way, and the third way. Clear, right? So this is nothing but what the inner class, how we can create the inner classes. Okay, this is with respect to program. Clear, right? So if you are having any questions or queries, please post your query in the comment section or reach out to my email ID in the given description. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you are watching my channel for the first time. Thank you, friends. Thanks for watching.